Okay, review B is looking at some basic concepts. They want us to find the coordinates of the point that's halfway between -4 and 7 and 13 and 5. When you see halfway between, think of the midpoint. And midpoint is actually looking at the average. So if I look at the x coordinate for the midpoint, it's going to be -4 plus 13 divided by 2. And for the y, it's going to be 7 plus 5 divided by 2. So that's going to be 6, 9 halves. So the midpoint is 9 halves and 6. The next example is telling us to find the distance between 2 points. Now you can remember the distance formula, but it's really a part of the Pythagorean theorem. So if we're looking at these 2 points, we have the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and we have the point -2, -1, and we want this distance. So if you think about it, you've got a lovely right triangle. So if I go along here, I have 2, 4, 6 is the distance here, and I have 1 and 3, which is 4. So if I look at the Pythagorean theorem, I'm looking at the distance being the square root of 6 squared plus 4 squared, which is 36 plus 16, which is 52, which is 2 square root of 13. That is the distance. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can always look at the distance formula. And the distance formula is going to be whatever the x coordinates are. So 4 minus a -2 squared plus 3 minus a -1 squared, and then you take the square root. And when you do that, you're going to get the exact same answer, which is 2 square root of 13. Okay, B.3 says write the slope-intercept form of the equation of the line that goes through this point and is perpendicular to this line. So what we need to find out first, and let me make sure I wrote this right, this should be a 3. First we need to find out what the slope is of this line. So we're going to rearrange it and find that the slope of this line is 2/3. Okay, so if the slope is this, the perpendicular line is going to be the opposite reciprocal. So now we have the slope and this point. Now remember, they want it in the slope-intercept form, so it's y equals -3 halves x plus b. I need to find the b. Well, I have 2 equals -3 halves times -4 plus b. 2 equals 12 over 2, which is 6, plus b, so b equals -4. And now what I have is the equation of the line, which is -3 halves x minus 4. That line, this line here, is perpendicular to through this line, and it goes through that point. Okay, example B.4 asks us to use the point-slope form to write a slope-intercept form of a line that goes through this point and has this slope. So what I'm going to do is first use the point-slope form. It's easy. I think it's easier than the slope point or the slope-intercept. So what we're going to do is we know that it's going to be y minus 4 equals -2/3 x plus 2. And now it's just a matter of rewriting it. -2/3 x minus 4/3 plus 4. So y equals -2/3 x. 12 minus 4 is going to be 8/3. And that is now the equation of the line that passes through this point, has this slope, and it is in a slope-intercept form. Okay, we're going to look at example B.5. Here we have y equals 2/3 x minus 1/4, and we are to write this in the double intercept form. That means if we change this form to this form, we will know where the x-intercept is, which is A, and we'll know where the y-intercept is, which is B. So the first thing we're going to do is try and get the constant by itself. So when we do that, we get 2/3 x plus y minus 2/3 x plus y equals negative 1/4. And now we're going to divide everything by negative 1/4. And that's because we want to make this into a 1. So when we do that, we get 2/3 divided by 1/4. Because a negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive, this becomes a positive. And then I have y divided by negative 1/4. And then negative 1/4 divided by a negative 1/4 is 1. So now what I've got is this complex fraction. So over here, I'm going to take the ones that I've circled here, and I'm going to simplify this fraction. 2/3 divided by 1/4 is the same thing as 2/3 change, stay, change, flip. And I get 8/3. So this is what my original equation looks like. 8/3 x plus y divided by negative 1/4 equals 1. I have to get this on the bottom. To do that, I just take the reciprocal. So now what I have is x divided by 3/8 plus y divided by negative 1/4 equals 1. This is where it crosses the x-axis, and this is where it crosses the y-axis.